Favorite one.
Team Liquid's turn to bat. Seconds remaining.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, ODPixel. I'm back here for the game 2 between Team Liquid and Vega Squadron. But don't worry though, because this time I'm not on my own. I've got Rhyme here with me. Rhyme, how you doing?
Oh, vaguely okay, I'd say.
That's good.
Wristband.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Well, why oh dear, Rhyme? What was
I like
the oh
seeing
dear?
Wisp being played.
It's not something that we get to see a lot nowadays. It's pretty much, yeah, they always like to knock it out here. Understandably so against Vega. They're pretty good with the old lad. And, well, they'll take that, though. You know, you ban the Doom and the IO, you're going to take the SF for the Radiant, and that's a pretty good hero to have on that side, Brian.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to shut him down in the early game, and he's probably going to get his treads and mech and Aquila, so you have to work out what you're going to do to deal with him after that, because his laning phase is almost a complete given. And Tusk, and then maybe Queen of Pain. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I guess this is two answers, two ways that you can try and deal with the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, the thing is, Liquid also run this Queen of Pain support, like Alliance do as well sometimes, but might be a little bit more likely to be middle against Shadow Fiend, but I think Radiant Shadow Fiend does really well against Queen of Pain, so maybe not.
Okay, let's see what do Vega go for now here. I mean, are they thinking of the Dazzle? Do you need to pick up a Dazzle this early, or is there other things that you favour?
You can pick up Dazzle almost any point, and it's still probably good. The hero's insanely broken. Just waiting to see. Like you might see a Bane or something like that. Quickly.
Yeah, the Bane indeed. That is a popular one here for the boys. I want to think of the Gyro as well. Obviously, a hero that both of the teams favour. Last series we saw, in fact, Liquid picked it up first pick, the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, they pick Gyro almost any game in the first like 2 picks. Sometimes they delay it a bit until like 4th pick or something like that, but they pick it up I think in like 70% of their games or something quite silly. Vega just waiting a little bit. Might be Dazzle, might be like Ember, might be almost anything really. It's quite hard to tell at this point.
Yeah, I'm taking the time with this one. About halfway into the reserved coming up, so I guess it's because they have got these options that we're talking about. You know, these very strong heroes. They want to make sure that they get the right one, because Liquid will of course be quick to ban it afterwards. But Vega, I wonder if are they still here? Yeah, they're still here.
I think so.
I mean, they're having trouble with this pick.
Yeah, they're really going through their reserve time. They are Gyro.
And it's the Gyro, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so we knew it before they did, but as you said, probably them contemplating, what do we prioritise? The Gyro, the Dazzle, and in this case, he's going to be the Gyro. We know that it's one of Pasture's favoured heroes, and as I said, something that Liquid might have looked to try and pick up again from Matumba Man if it did slip through the draft later on, so getting the Gyro.
I'd expect to see a Dazzle ban immediately from Vega, or if they can get it, they'll be happy with it, but I doubt they get. Okay, they ban on dying, so they don't want a complete horrific laning phase.
Okay. They did. I think they actually, I think it might have been Liquid. Undying was definitely banned in the first game by one of the sides, looking to take it away from the other. Liquid. Now, what do they take away from Vega? I wonder if Bane is still going to be something that they might be worried about, or as you said, Dazzle still could be the one. It's actually going to be the Night Stalker. So one of the heroes that the Vega do like to run and literally run at you with. Now Vega, with this ban, they don't obviously have the first pick coming out of this banning phase. So the question is, do they ban the Dazzle? But I mean, if they don't ban the Dazzle, Liquid will take it. Yeah. Liquid will surely take it.
Liquid might not.
Or would they just ban it?
They
just ban it themselves.
I think I'd rather see Vega ban it here. I think Liquid might still go for something like Invoker, because they still pick it against Shadow Fiend middle quite a lot. They've also got heroes like TA and things like that, so Fodder's pool is quite large, I think, so he should be okay pretty much no matter what happens here.
I mean, I know it's early days, but is there any way that this draft is kind of opening up into a potential Matumba Man Huskar game? Or is the SF a big no-no for that?
10 seconds
SF
remaining.
is kind of a... Okay, they banned Jug instead, so they don't want to deal with that. Huskar is okay against Shadow Fiend and Gyro, but like you need to be ahead and you need to get quite far ahead. I think if you want to play Huskar against like 2 right clickers, you need something like a Dazzle
10
to keep you
seconds
alive.
remaining.
Otherwise, you're just going to evaporate. You're going to, at one point, they're going to show up with one more
5
item than you
seconds
expect,
remaining.
and suddenly they're
Yes.
right clicking you and you just die. And then your snowballing is halted.
Reserve time.
I think it's really going to be all about the Dazzle placement, because as you said, if we see Liquid able to get that with a pick out of here, if they don't want to ban it, but as you said, maybe they've got other ideas, and it will just be them trying to take the Dazzle away from Vega here with this ban. Well, we'll see as now it's going to be Liquid the ones taking their times with this decision.
I kind of want to see Vega pick up a Beastmaster this game. I really like that hero. Not for any
Yeah.
particular reason, but I think they might be likely to pick it.
Mag's very good on it. He is very good on it. It could be definitely a viable option here for the man. It's actually going to be banning out the Clockwork, and they'll put the Dazzle. Okay, they get themselves the
Vega
Dazzle. That's the way that this is going to
squadrons
go. Now
turn to
Vega. Now, do they just get maybe get themselves the Bane here? I mean, Bane's still in the pool. It's favoured by a lot of the teams.
Yeah, I'm always kind of hesitant to pick up Bane against Tusk though, because Tusk is really good at cancelling Fiend's Grip, because he can just press snowball on you from the
okay.
other side of the fight, and he's going to cancel it. But sometimes if you have a Bane, it makes it quite
10
difficult to
seconds
actually do any roaming or anything like that. So Tusk is kind of fixed where he can actually be
5
effective,
seconds
so he won't be able to move too much around.
I wonder if Disruptor against, the Tusk, it's a hero that Vega run. Also the Witch Doctor, it's another hero that can
5
capitalise on the fact
seconds
that
remaining.
heroes are going to be grouped up coming in on the Snowball.
Spirit Breaker.
But they're going to go real in your face. They're going to pick themselves up the Spirit Breaker here. And I imagine I don't know if that will necessarily be Mag playing it on the off-lane. Probably more likely to be solo on like a roaming Spirit Breaker, I'd imagine, to see here from Vega.
Most likely, I think.
Ursa Warrior.
Okay, Ursa. Oh dear.
Vega squadrons.
Okay,
turn
is this
to
the
pick.
game for an Ursa?
I think it may well be. I think, like, what if you're a Shadow Fiend or a Gyro and an Ursa's on you? You don't have a way to get away immediately, so
No.
and you can't fight him. Because that's even though that's what your hero is meant to do with like your massive AOE damage, even if you're Shadow Fiend or Gyro, you just can't fight him at all. So you just have to run away during the time of his ulti, and he has a
10
Dazzle on his side,
seconds
so you
remaining.
can't exactly burst him. So they're going to have quite a bit of issues dealing with this
5
Ursa.
seconds
I mean, they've got the Spirit Breaker. Is that not a bit of an issue for the Ursa? And they're going to take the Disruptor that I mentioned earlier. That's a nice pick, especially when you've got an Ursa trying to run at you as well. And you can, as I said, just try and counter how useful the Snowball's going to be. But yeah, Spirit Breaker, I mean, I guess as a Spirit Breaker, you can still be kind of disruptive to the Ursa when he's trying to lock down on a hero with the bashes.
10
Yeah,
seconds
Spirit Breaker is
remaining.
good against Ursa because you can stop him during a BKB, so because Ursa's
5
quite likely
seconds
to pick that up.
remaining.
He can burst him if you catch him with like a Shadow Blade or something like that, because Ursa isn't actually a naturally very tanky
Reserve
hero,
time.
so that works, but you need Spirit Breaker to get quite a lot of farm to do that. I'm looking at this Disruptor pick, and it's really good against Quap. It's kind of okay against Dazzle, and it's quite good against counter-initiating the Tusk. But if Team Liquid decide that they want to run Quap support, and then they just want to pick some middle for
Vega
Veta, like maybe TA or
squadrons
something like
turn
that,
to ban.
then it could be quite annoying for Vega, because they'll just have a Disruptor that can't really do very much.
And we'll see what Vega do ban out here. Whether they are thinking that there is the potential for the squad to be that roaming kind of support
10
crop, as you said, that
seconds
Liquid do run. Or if they're more worried about a stronger support being picked up here by the
5
side.
seconds remaining.
Maybe if they ban Invoker here. Oh, Beastmaster.
Ooh,
Okay, they don't want to go into
yeah.
Beastmaster. They don't want to get
Team
pushed
Liquid's
to
turn
hell.
pick.
Okay, I mean, I was going to wonder if, as you said, if Vega were going to want to pick that up themselves, but I guess there was always the risk of
I think the
Liquid. And I
Spirit
get-
Breaker already kind of fills that position.
Yeah, I guess as well the Beastmaster ban that was more targeted towards the mid lane Beastmaster for Fata playing it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so they are suspecting exactly what. But yeah, that it's a support quap, and we'll see indeed if Fata's hero comes out now.
10 seconds
Come
remaining.
on, pick Invoker. You know you want to. Just do it. Come on, X1 Invoker.
It was
or
pretty
something.
good game one.
5
It was pretty good, but it
seconds
didn't win the game. He lost his life a few times at the end. He had, it was about 14 for 3.
Reserve
Went for the
time.
quads works build. We'll see if he's going to feel confident doing it again. I mean, looking at the lineup, this is an alright game for Invoker.
It's a decent game for Cosmix Invoker, but there's going to be quite a few BKBs, so he's going to need to do quite a lot before those BKBs come out. So maybe it's not quite the best game for him. Maybe something like TA, or I don't know, even something like Lina to do better against the Shadow Fiend. But then again, he's vulnerable to Spirit Breaker charges if he does that. Could even see something like an Ember, but the Shadow Fiend is kind of confident in that lane.
Yeah, Ember is, yeah, you're right. The Ember is still in the pool, actually.
But I don't think either team is intensely likely to pick it
10
up.
seconds
No, yeah, not with the SF already out for Vega. That's going to be no one playing it, and yeah, as you said, maybe not. And
Alright, hold on.
Vega
Okay.
squadrons
Thing is just
Omni
Queen
Knight.
up in middle,
So-
the top, then
yeah.
Omni Knight's going to be doing something bottom lane, I assume. So
Okay.
Omni Ursa.
So yeah, who's Mind Control going to be playing here? Tusk. It's got to be Mind Control Tusk, isn't it?
I'd assume so,
Yeah.
and then yeah. But it could be Omni offlane, but
Omni Knight final pick. Fancy that. And
10
are you
seconds
liking it?
remaining.
Does it make sense here for Liquid?
if he
5
gets his
seconds
levels
remaining.
quite quickly, then I'd say it's going to be quite effective. But Spirit Breaker's pretty good against him, and they pick up Shadow Demon for the purge, so that's quite good. And Shadow Demon is generally very good against Ursa because you can kite him, you can disrupt the target he goes on because Ursa's by definition very single target. So that's a good pick from Vega coming out. But I'm not really sold on the support duo of Shadow Demon and Disruptor. They kind of, I don't want to say they do the same thing, but they just, neither of them does a huge amount of damage by themselves, so they're going to be very reliant on their cores to actually do the damage in the early game. And Shadow Fiend, he can do damage, but he'll have to expose himself to Quap to do that.
Okay, well, let's see how this goes down. Obviously, this series so far, one game up, Vega against the side Liquid, so Liquid are going to need to pull it back here in game 2. And let's see if the Ursa indeed is going to be enough to do that.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
just quick about
Unfortunately.
Rhyme, have you got open mic on?
I do have it on in game, I believe.
Oh,
I
okay.
can just check.
Chat is wrong. Come on, chat, step it up. Someone said you didn't.
I might. No, it disabled. Apparently they're wrong.
Oh, chat
Well,
was
I'm
right.
wrong, and they're right.
Yeah, Rhyme
Okay.
was left, chat was right. There we
Oh,
have
for
it.
God's sake.
Here we have it. So straight into game 2. It's myself, ODPixel, here with Rhyme. This is the Star Ladder EU portion, and we've got game 2 here between Vega and Team Liquid. Over on the side of Vega will be Solo on the Shadow Demon, Mag on that Spirit Breaker, Pasha on his Gyro, no one on the SF, and Sherma on the Disruptor. And over on the side of Liquid, Matumbaman, Ursa, Vata Quap, Kuroki, Dazzle, Mind Control, Omni Knight, Jerax, Tusk, and they're ready to go with this smoke. And any lineup that's going to have a Tusk, they're going to be ready to fight. The question is, Vega going to be ready for them? Sherma the Slayer could be the one that's going to take this
see you,
straight in. I think this man maybe going to pop down the kinetic field. Can he get himself out? No, that's your first blood. One kill here for the side. They're actually trying to fight here. The races from no one doing quite a bit, but it looks like Liquid are doing quite a bit more. Moving in, trying to find more here. They'll get the disruption out, holding back one of them. Matumbaman's going to be held in place. And the rest of them, looks like they'll get out. No, the snowball's there again. They're moving on to Mag. Heal bomb. Mag's
Mind control,
fairly
be a bit
tanky.
careful.
Mind control is kind of on the high ground. They'll get the kill onto Mag, so a second kill here. Now, can Vega try and at least find something off the back of this? They're looking for the body blocks. Pasha's moving in. Actually went for level 1 flat cannon there for that fight rather than the rocket barrage. And,
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the right call. But
And
they're going
okay,
again. Here goes the snowball.
this is going to be a
Heal
third
bomb.
kill.
Oh dear. Yeah, we got double healed by Omni and Dazzle. That was painful.
Purification and the Shadow Wave indeed. All right, so Tusk, pretty good hero to have when you look for the level 1 fights, right?
Yeah, the Tusk Dazzle with the Snowball Heal Bomb, they've got Queen of Pain, they've got Ursa for an AoE slow and damage. I'd say they've got a pretty good level 1 lineup, and as a result they get 3 kills, they get 2 bounty runes, and Shadow Fiend is almost an entire level behind Queen of Pain. Not exactly what you want to happen.
And look at these lanes as well. So it's going to be Mind Control Omni Knight on the solo lane. You're going to have Tusk sitting mid, babysitting the Quap. Kuroki's going to be top, helping out Matumbaman against Mag. And I can't help but feeling these lanes, I mean, how are they going to go for Liquid? They've obviously got that booster. Are you liking the lane matchups that they found this game?
Well, given that they've got the early advantage from that fight, I think their lanes are going to be absolutely fine. I think if you're a Disruptor and you're looking at the idea of zoning out an Omni who's already level 2, I think that's quite difficult, because if they ever try and go on him, he's just going to press Repel. They can't glimpse him if he's got Repel up. They can't burst him or
Top lane.
fight him
I
with
think
a quick
Mag's
wave.
dead. Level 1 bash isn't going to save you from this man chasing. He pops a salve. It's not enough. Another kill for Liquid. Mid lane, going in onto Solo, trying to go with the right clicks. Shadow Strike will tick him down. Won't find that. But again, just finding that kill there with his duo. And Mag, well, he's got level 2 now, so he'll be a little bit safer with the charge, but just making the jump at the right time there. And
Oh,
no one.
Be careful.
There's a snowball as well coming through. There will be the disruption. If they can get the vision, they may just go for it, but no, they can't quite get it. Shadow Fiend's going to be fine, but as expected, receiving a lot of hate from this mid lane, and still just about a full level behind the Quap.
I really like that Matuma Man picks up the early orb of Venom. In the games before, when we saw Dityara playing the Ursa, he didn't actually pick up the early orb of Venom, even when he was leaning against something like Doom. So he had lots of trouble actually killing him. But Matuma Man has no such issues, and Mag is not having a fun time. And he might even almost die here. Okay. Matuma Man deciding that Mag's life is to be spared.
But indeed, this seems to be going very well for the side of Liquid. Worth noting as well that I don't know if you caught any of the last game, but the beginning of the game was going very good for Liquid as well. It started off with 11 for 1 on the scoreboard, but they did end up giving it away. And I guess when you look over the side of Vega, the fact that they have got no one on this Shadow Fiend, this hero in this position, no matter what the start's like, there's always the potential for him to catch up, isn't there?
Indeed, Shadow Fiend on Radiant, even if his ending phase goes much worse than this, say, he will still have the jungle to go. He's got like a 3 stack on the big camp, hasn't got any medium camp stacks, but Mind Control decided that pulling is not allowed, and he's actually just going to take it all probably with his heal in a second. But he's actually going to get it all, he doesn't even need to heal.
Alright, look at this pro CS. Oh, there we
go.
And now he's just going to run it. Sima Slayer, give him a right slap mid lane. Okay, another kill. No one goes down. Jerax move forward with the Quap. And more than enough to burst him. I mean, he's got to be so careful, especially when they have kind of left this SF on his own. We're not really seeing any kind of supports hanging around trying to help him. And Solo, he's still sitting on the Shadow Demon, and he hasn't received a single ounce of XP yet.
Yeah, he's been entirely focused on just stacking and sitting around middle, but in the single moment that he left, there's just immediately a snowball, and then Shadow Fiend is dead. So there's just, once Queen of Pain gets high levels in Scream, and she has boots or whatever, she's gonna get a bottle and a full one now. She doesn't have boots quite yet, but they can actually just dive the tower almost if Shadow Demon isn't there, so it's quite a scary lane. Jerax decides that he wants to visit the stack because he got chased in there by Solo and Sima.
Did he just stack it for them? No, I was going to say he didn't. It was close. Jerax needs to be careful here. I think he realizes he's in a bit of no man's land. Solo is going to come looking for him. He's got a disruption. Jerax has got a snowball and a shard.
He blocks him here. Oh, he's gonna...
Oh, denied to creeps.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Space created.
Mag forced to charge middle because of the Ursa.
Yeah, so how's CS go? 26 for 6 at the same time. Pasha's having a really good time with this Gyro. He's yeah, I mean, this must be pretty much close to perfect CS here for this Gyrocopter.
I think so. I think he's missed one maybe, but Mind Control is... Oh dear. Alright then. Pasha's fine with that one.
So Pasha's having a great lane, and this is the man you need to be a bit careful about, because last game he won the game with his Luna. And good start for the Gyro, you know, kind of regardless of everything else that's happened in the first 5 minutes for the side of Vega.
Yeah, I think Omni just got really overconfident there. Once Gyro gets up phase boots or whatever, melee heroes just don't really have a chance.
Oh, yeah, off we go.
He's away.
He's done. Nope, doesn't want to be in that lane. He wants to be in the trees.
He has charge up, they have no way of killing him because I think the Tusk Snowball is is slower than the... I think it's slower than the charge because he's got... Even if 1 point in it, you won't catch him in time.
Has SF done... SF's not yet going to go and do in the stacks, I guess. Well, he's got level 3 raise. What point does no one head back and look for these stats? Because they've got to be a little bit... I guess they don't have to be too worried if Liquid taking it, because they don't really have any way to clear it, apart from if the Quap comes over with a Sonic Wave, but...
Yeah, they don't really have a very good way. Okay, they've just got Quap ulti, and Tusk is already moving up to the hill, so they might just snowball him now. They see him, they lost vision of him, now they're placing the ward, so they can always see him. Mag's trying to get something top, but they're getting quite a lot of damage on this tier 2, actually.
Yeah, the push is certainly working out for Liquid, and Vega don't really have a way to stop it. There's a disruption here onto Jerax, but Jerax, he's still got a snowball, and he's not actually going to use it to look for the kill. Doesn't want to throw away his own life.
It's only level 1, so... Oh no, they decided Sima must die.
Yeah, the field will trap Matumba.
No, he's dead anyway, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Fighter turns
faces the ward as he dies, right in front of them when Jerax had sentries, but they didn't notice it, so that's quite fortunate. Oh, they placed the sentry, so no one, even an invis, is gonna... They're just going on him. Okay.
Yep, straight in with the snowball.
Oh, no one.
Ah, deleted
He
the
just dropped
Sonic.
the pop ulti on nothing.
And now with the cooldown,
And now he's dead.
excuse me, they're
And
getting
Jerax is dead
kills.
as well.
I mean, yes, they killed Shadow Fiend, but Quad Bolt's gone now for 2 minutes, and Pasha gets a double kill. I think Vega are alright with that.
Yeah, Cop just went in when she had no reason to. The Shadow Fiend was already dead just from the Dazzle and the Tusk and the Ursa. And now Ursa's just going to move bottom, so Gyro feels less confident just going to farm that lane. And now they're actually just going to go farm this stack. Don't know if Gyro wants to help out his Shadow Fiend buddy, but... no, it seems like he's just going to leave them to his own devices. Quap picking up treads, Shadow Fiend yet to pick up boots, but I think this is almost kind of expected. Now notice that this Shadow Demon would be completely dead here if Ada did have ulti. But as a result, he's just going to walk off.
Well, they're still going to stick around a little bit. No one bottling up, and well, no one is there with razors. And okay, Snowball will fly through. They're actually going to get the damage onto Jerax. Jerax has got Kuroki about. Kuroki does have a grave, but Kuroki, I believe he couldn't just find the range for the grave there, and even if he could, it was a little bit too fast. Just couldn't get close enough anyway, yeah, so couldn't save the Tusk.
Oh, this could be a disaster. Oh no.
Oh, Pasha.
I just claimed the free kill on Omni and then hope.
Market
Oh no, he's too scared.
He ults and
Even
he does
if he walked
get
in
away.
that fight, if he walked into that rush, he would have died actually, I think. Because he wouldn't have had the cooldown slow afterwards, so...
Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay, there's a haste rune on the quad, and Mag is getting quite close to level 6, so both of these heroes are going to try and do something, so there's probably going to be a fight coming up soon.
I mean, this was obviously very nice for Liquid, the fact that they did get away with that Aegis attempt. It's on Ursa at the moment. And, well, top lane, Mag just soaking up some of the XP. He's going to have level 6. I mean, I guess you can't really go for a kill onto Kuroki here.
Yeah, Kuroki's just picked up this belt of strength. He realizes that
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker might be a bit of a annoyance, so he's just making himself safe from that.
You got Quap ult
Vega
back
just-
up in 5
And
seconds.
they're going on Seema.
And Seema is... he's got...
Don't cop out this, come on. Nice.
Dire's middle tower is
He'll
under
save it
attack.
this time.
Shadow Fiend catching up almost completely now. He's sitting 1k below the Quap on net worth, but he's same level, similar items, so
Radiant's
I
bottom
think no
tower
one's
is
doing
under
just fine at this
attack.
point.
And Pasha
Oh, that was
is
a good
moving in.
snowball.
Jax is going to be okay. Pasha might not be, and no, he certainly isn't. They'll take
Yeah,
that kill.
they're just throwing this Ursa at the Gyro because there's not much Gyro can do against Ursa at this point in the game. He doesn't even need Blink Dagger, he just needs to literally just run at him in every fight, and Gyro can't do anything.
And so there's a lot of
Oh,
trouble.
Solo just walks away. Come on.
He needs some kind of help.
This
Solo,
is taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
Solo's still alive here.
Mag forced to charge away. He's going to be charging the creeps top lane. Kuroki pushing a tier 2 by himself.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Notice Kuroki
Okay.
just picking up the treads, so he's actually just going for this tower damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, well, at the moment, 10 minutes in. It is Pasha still at the top of the net worth. 5-11 on the board. The difference between the two teams, I know, nothing crazy.
Radiant's bottom
So Vega
tower
still have every chance. There's going to be a charge onto Mind Control with a Nether Strike as well. No chance for Mind Control to do anything. Quick
He
and
could
easy
have got
pick
a
off.
heal off if he didn't get bashed immediately after that ult. He's going to be quite annoyed about that. And I think with Ursa being there, that was a good chance he would have survived. Oh, Jerax realizing just in time that walking up hills without vision against Shadow Fiend isn't a good idea.
And, well, we might see something happen here. No one's just going to go for the TP. Oh, he's not going to make it. Those snowballs there in time. Oh, the raise.
It's the raise!
Oh, still gets the kill. There's a disruption out, but it'll still go down almost. Look at the... oh, he gets it off! He got it off! It's a lot of damage, but they won't be able to capitalize on it. Solo's trying to move in. But a little bit unfortunate there for the Vega that they couldn't do anything with the fact that he got the ult off.
under attack.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that Spirit Breaker wasn't able to do anything after that kill on the Omni. They're just leaving this Dazzle up here, alone by himself completely. He's just going quick Treads Medallion. And if you look, he's actually level 8. And the Vega supports are both level 5, so there's a huge level disparity of 4 at this point in the game between them.
Carry Dazzle. It's working out. I mean, getting those levels, getting that farm, as you said, the medallion. Next row, she's going to be even easier for the side.
I think they've realized the only way that Dazzle isn't going to be helpful this game is if he's just completely nullified and he tries to fight in these early game fights and then can't do anything at all. And now they're walking down with, as soon as he gets his Treads medallion and a ward, he's just going to run bot, and then now they're going to look for a fight. They've got almost all 5 heroes in range, so.
Pasha. Oh, he's gone.
Blink.
He is gone. The damage from this Ursa. They do have a disruption. Can they try and turn it? They'll get the raises through. Man can be forward as well with the charge onto Jerax, trying to disrupt this all. They'll pop the Aegis. Aegis is going to go down. There'll be the hill onto Fada. They're trying to move back in onto Mag. Fairly tanky. Timberman's going to blink himself straight in, looking for more. They're trying to find the slow onto Solo. Kuroki actually ended up killing the Spirit Breaker there. So Liquid get away with this one. 2 kills. They did lose the Aegis for it, but a nice fight for them nonetheless.
Yeah,
And,
that Aegis was like maybe 3 minutes.
Must have been close, yeah.
It was like 2 minutes until it was going to run out, so that was good. Seema is getting snowball top and Cop's coming in. He's just dead. He did get us level 6 though, so he won't be completely unhappy about that.
Structures are fortified.
So Liquid are just trying to take this tier 1 middle, and I assume they're going to draw their attention towards the tier 1 bot, where Pasha currently is. And Pasha needs to be very careful. They ping him and they know they want to kill him right now. And he's running straight towards them.
Yeah, this Jara's in a lot of trouble. But Timberman, of course, with the blink phase.
Yeah,
Pasha.
they're going to spot him just around this corner. Come on, you need to run.
Are they going to go looking for him?
They're going to get away with his life.
Radiant's top tower is under
He's a
attack.
lucky man. A very lucky man. He has no TP for 40 seconds, though. Yeah, he's just going to walk it off. Gets himself out.
He's really not doing so well in this game. He's sitting on 0 and 3, level 7 at 13 minutes. He's not going to get like the treads, the shadow blade that you really, ideally, almost need in this game to be effective against heroes like Quap or Ursa. So okay, they find out Pasha, but they don't have the tools to kill him currently. They're pushing the bot tower, so Liquid will be quite happy with this trade. Well, not exactly a trade, just more like a free tower ransacking.
Jerax still keeping eyes on Pasha.
If he shards this creep, it'll be so annoying. Come on.
You got it.
Okay, so Fasa's going to pick up his Yule Scepter now, so he realizes that he might have problems with Spirit Breaker in the future, so it's always good to cancel charges so you don't end up getting bashed, and bashed again.
I guess what's quite nice about it as well is you look at ways for them to cancel the Requiem and they just don't have them.
They were reliant on Snowball to do anything, and then as soon as the Snowball hit him, he decided he was just going to Requiem straight away because that was it. There was nothing left. And it's also okay against the Disruptor.
Oh, moving
There's
in.
the Poison Touch.
Shaman's going to go for TP out.
Because he used it to cancel the charge, so no one is getting gone on, but immediate disruption.
Oh, gets off the ult, but Matuma down there with his own ult, negating a lot of the damage. They're moving for more as well, so like, it's been used up. They found the Shadow Fiend. They'll get themselves a second as well. Double kill for Kuroki. This man, I mean, you look at the stats, and it is pretty much carry Dazzle on the board. 5 kills, 3 assists, hasn't died at all.
Yep, and this is what you want. He has complete effectiveness in these fights now. He can do whatever he wants. There's no risks of him dying in these fights because they just can't get on him. And the only hero that could really pose a threat to him is the Spirit Breaker. But Spirit Breaker isn't doing so well. He's how many? Okay, he's sitting on 2.2k net worth behind the Shadow Demon, who was level 1 until about 5 minutes. So yeah. They don't really have a way to start fights. They just kind of have to hope that Liquid choose bad ones. So that's never a position you really want to be in. And Mind Control was healing creeps just to get 1 CS.
I mean, this point as well, he's got to finish Solar Crest 15 minutes in on the Dazzle. That's,
yep.
I mean, this Ursa is not dying. This Ursa is not going to die.
Yeah, and if they get the Ursa onto the Jara and they use Solar Crest on him, he's going to get 4-shot or something like that. Because he's going for a Yasha instead of like a Sanj or something like that. I suppose going for Sanj or tanky items would almost be completely useless because Ursa's going to kill you no matter what you have. So just max out your damage and farm rate and hope that you can get more items more quickly.
This is going to be very hard for the side of Vega to stop. They need a pretty big fight. They still haven't got that mech on the Shadow Fiend. Tier 2 will go down. There we go, it's gone. Shards aren't going to catch anyone, but still Liquid very happy with the position they're in this game, and it's showing on the graph coming up to 10k lead. Roshan's going to be back up in a minute. It's one of the shorter respawn times. So with an Aegis under their belt, they'll almost certainly go to look for more, and Vega are starting to move out of the base here.
Well, Vega are going to have a little bit of a a point where they can maybe take a fight when they hit level 11 on Shadow Fiend with his mech. But
Oh, was that a glimpse?
Yeah, that was a glimpse.
That was a glimpse. The
Unfortunately,
shortest
Matumba Man
glimpse.
hadn't moved for 4 seconds. So.
Disruption is on to Matumba Man, holding him back, but he'll still blink in.
No.
Solo's gone.
Didn't drop the Shadow Poison behind him when he disrupted him, so Matumba Man didn't get hit by the illusions, and then he just blinked out of the disruption and straight onto Solo.
Matumba Man trying to get himself through this. He's been repelled up. He wants to chase. There's a Yules onto Pasha. More blood for Liquid. Oh, they'll get it. Another kill for the side. Kuroki doing his best in the mid lane.
This is where you use Quap ulti.
And there was a big one as well. Double kill. They will find the kill with the raises. But that is it. And I've got to be honest, this lineup from Liquid that they brought to this game it's perfect. It's just working so well as a team with this kind of momentum that they've got. And there's a basher now on Matumba Man at the 17-minute mark.
Yeah, I can't help but feel like giving them Dazzle in this game was a mistake. You've got your two cores that can actually do damage are Gyro and Shadow Fiend. Okay, so Shadow Fiend in the mid game he's fine with doing magic damage, so he's kind of okay against Dazzle for the most part. But Gyro is completely dependent on flat cannon almost.
Oh, Kuroki!
So as soon as you hit mid-game,
the carrier's in trouble here. He's been repelled. He's fine. Does he charge from Mag?
Mag is going in.
Can they do this? And they put the purge down onto Kuroki. He's getting healed up. Can they kill Kuroki? No, miss.
No.
No, they cannot kill Maybe they can kill him. No. There's a snowball. The bashes are coming out. Kuroki, will he live through this one? Kuroki, he's alive. He gets the kill. He takes down Mag. And now they're just going back in. The shards won't catch anyone, but Matumba Man, he's looking for the bash, Can you find the bash? Can you find the bash? Where's the bash? Didn't find the bash. Didn't get a bash. No bash is there for the man. But Kuroki, I mean, they just can't kill anyone on the side. They're just keeping each other alive in each of these fights, and Vega just aren't doing it in this game.
It's the fact that this Brave is 5 seconds and the Omni heal purification is only 10-second cooldown, so we used it earlier, and then they realized Daz was getting gone on, so he doesn't use heal for the entire time, waits for the Grave to run out, and then immediately purifications, and so Kuroki doesn't die, and then they get the kill. So they're just going to take a Roche for free. They're not using the Solar Crest on it for some reason. Okay, now they decide they want to do that. Mag is just trying to get what he can on bot, but Solo was just taking every single creep. I don't think Mag's too happy about that.
This has got to be a bit of an issue when you're running Radiant Shadow Fiend and he's got less net worth than Dazzle.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that would be ideal, to be honest, but yeah, nothing really worked out. They put the Shadow Demon middle expecting it to kind of deal with the Tusk and Queen of Pain so that Shadow Fiend wouldn't turbo feed, but it's just kind of happened anyway. I think it was as soon as he left the lane, he immediately died, and then Solo left the lane again, then he immediately dies. It's just, they just had tabs on him, so they knew when to go and when to play safe.
Well, this is another tower here for the side of Liquid. They'll take themselves to the tier 2 on the bottom lane. We'll see if they decide to go for more. They have got that Aegis. And,
so Mind Control realizing that the only actual damage that's going through is magic at this point, so he just picks up a Glimmer Cape, so I would be very surprised to see any member of Liquid die from here on out. They've just got so much to keep them alive. Pasha's being very speedy, he's just got a Kobold with speed creep following him around, and he's just going to be pushing this top tower. But he may need to return home.
And look at the cooldown out, trying to push them back. Glimpse and Static Storm catching out Fighter, but he uses himself, buying some time here. And all the ult from on, he won't catch Fighter, but he still walks it off. No one gets up the Requiem, trying to fight with the raises. Matumba Man getting kited, he will get charged as well, but the purification is there. They just cannot kill him. They'll in fact bring him for more. Straight in with the heal bomb as well. Sonic Wave, double kill for Vata. And now even more being looked for by Liquid. Mag stuck in the shards. And won't quite be able to finish him off here. Fighter with the screen, bringing him low. Mag's going to live. And we'll pop the Aegis on Matumba Man. But being forced right back to the fountain. Glimpse, bringing back the Ursa. He gets Glimmer caped up. Buyback from Solo. The heals are there. Matumba Man's flying the snowball as well. The charge chasing the snowball back. He's going to commit for this. They need something big here, Vega. Can they find it? The heals will be onto Jerax. Matumba Man disrupted up. They need to find something big here. Can they get the Ursa kill? Maybe they can. He's life stealing up. No, he's going to go down. A huge kill there for Vega. Can they find anything more? There's the glimpse back onto Mind Control. Charged as well. Charge get thrown back, but Mind Control's going to go down. Nothing they can do to save him. So they do have to buy back their Vega, but they find 2 big kills, and they do actually end up keeping their racks alive on the bottom lane.
Yeah, buybacks coming out from Shadow Demon and Shadow Fiend. Liquid decided to dive past and then they were like diving the fountain almost, so I would say that maybe a bit overconfident, but I think it was just like a natural progression of the fight, so it's just kind of what happened. No one and Mag have a creep wave middle. They might try and do something, but there's just going to be Vega here, who's now picked up his Ag, so his next quad ulti is going to have shorter cooldown and more damage. So he's going to be a bit more effective in these fights.
Mag?
Mag, oh dear.
Not the place he wanted to be there. Another kill into Kuroki.
Kuroki just buys a mech casually. That's just what you do when you're carried Dazzle apparently. My control just repelling himself and farming middle lane. No one from Vega has anything to say about this because they can't. And Ursa picks up a solo kill on the Gyro, so expect them to push high ground once again. Immediate pinging on the tier 4, or tier 3 rather.
Oh, and Solo, he's been caught out as well. So we're pretty much seeing just 3 heroes of Vega just getting caught out all on their own. Mag in the Dire jungle, Solo in the Radiant jungle, Pasha in lane on his own. So maybe a little bit too confident with going straight back out into the map after they took those 2 kills on the defense.
But Mag does have treads.
Great.
He does have treads, so all is not lost. He hits a little bit faster. So okay, so Gyro's going to come up, and he's going to probably try and ulti the next creep wave and flack it down, and Pasha just blinks in and kills Seema.
Easy
Goodbye,
kill
Seema.
for the man. He's dead to 30. No buyback as well on this disrupt, so they're not going to have him for this defense. Sentry gets popped down as well.
Yeah, this Rex is gone.
No, and again another Sentry. They found no one. Oh, the shards may trap in fact, and they'll get the cooldown, but the damage from Matumba Man. Pasha is going to fall. Double kill for Fata. There'll be a charge from Mag, but Matumba Man's still fine. He's looking to go back, and they might just work on the racks this time. Gets himself in position. They're just letting Fata pick off the kills on the side. Now he'll jump back in onto Mag. Mag gets off the Nether Strike here, but the ult's coming through with the Tusk Snowball as well. GG, well played, scored. It's all too much for Vega. And Liquid take game 2 in very convincing fashion. 33-11. The Ursa was too strong, and the Dazzle. We talked about the Dazzle in the draft. They didn't ban it, Vega. They opted for banning, I believe, the Undying instead. But I can't help but feel they would have rather played up against an Undying than the Kuroki Dazzle, because Kuroki had an absolute game there. 8 kills, 6 assists, didn't die at all.
Yeah, they just, as soon as Ursa got to his phase boots plus a bit more gold, and they got Roche, he immediately left the lane, went to get Roche, and then sat on bot lane. So Gyro didn't really know where to go. Dazzle was given free reign on the top lane, almost getting a tier 2 by himself, and farming by himself for maybe like 7 minutes or something like that. And then, as soon as they get the Ursa Blink Dagger, Dazzle just smokes down, and they get a kill middle, and they take the tower bot, they take the tower middle, and then they just keep pushing as 5, taking repeated team fights with like the Solar Crest, with the Yules, whatever, what have you. And there was just nothing that Vega could do.
Well, there we have it. Liquid, they take the victory in a lot of style as well, and it's going to put this into an equalizer. So we will be back for game 3 between Liquid and Vega very, very shortly. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 will be right around the corner. With myself, ODPixel and Ryan. We'll see you in a bit.